Awesome. Yeah, well, welcome everyone. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Christine. I am a yoga teacher out in the suburbs, and I've also been volunteering with Adaptive for a few years. And I've been with Association of Horizon for, well, since I was a kid. So it's awesome that you guys are here. This entire class will be done either in a chair, on a couch. You can even sit on the floor. If you're sitting on the floor, there will be a few poses that will look differently for you. That's okay. We are just going to get started out in a nice easy seat, wherever that is for you. And we're just going to take a few breaths to arrive in our practice. You can place your palms on your legs, either palms facing up if you'd like to receive energy, or palms facing down if you'd like some grounding. I invite you to close your eyes, or if you're more comfortable keeping them open, you can softly gaze at a single point of focus in front of you. Just begin to let go of anything outside of this room, outside of your practice. It can wait. This time is for you. If you practice with intention, I invite you to bring that to the forefront of your mind now. What brought you to your practice today? What are you looking to get out of your practice? Whatever it is, let it be something that comes naturally and is a simple, positive statement. Begin to focus on your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose. I invite you to begin using Ujjayi Pranayama, which is the breath that we traditionally use in our asana practice, where we breathe in and out through our nose with a slight constriction in the back of our throat. And this creates an oceanic sound, a Darth Vader sound. It's an audible noise, especially on the exhale. This breath helps us create heat and build energy, and it can give us a point of focus in our practice as we're moving and as we're staying in a posture. Take a couple more breaths here, fully settling into your practice. And then begin to invite movement back into your body, maybe by wiggling your fingers, moving your wrists around. If your eyes are closed, you can gently open them back up. Let's begin with some gentle neck movement. We're just going to move our chin down towards our chest. And then bring it back up, tilting our head back, lifting our chin up towards the ceiling. A few more times, maybe moving your breath with it. Exhaling as you bring your chin to your chest. And inhaling as you tilt your head back. Moving nice and slow, being gentle with our body, especially in the beginning of our practice. Take a couple more rounds, bringing your chin to your chest and then tilting your head back. And on your next inhale, come back to center, stacking your head over shoulders. Just begin to look from side to side, looking over your right shoulder and your left shoulder. Beginning to warm up your cervical spine. Bringing some gentle movements in. Doing this is a really good way to test your range of movement in your cervical spine and how far you can look over each shoulder. You may notice that one side you can look farther than the other, and that's okay. Take one more round like this. And on your next inhale, come back to center. And just begin to do some gentle neck rolls, bringing your chin down to the side, back to the side, and then down again. Still moving nice and slow, being gentle. Maybe noticing if there's any points of tension as you do this. And sending your breath to wherever you are feeling that tension or that pain. Switch directions if you haven't already. Take one more rotation. Ending with your chin at your chest. And inhale, bring your head back up. Take your left hand, place it on the right side of your head, and just slowly bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. You can keep your right hand on your leg, or you can extend it out to the side to increase that stretch along the side of your neck. So whatever feels good for you and your body. Sending your breath into that space on the side of your neck, even onto the top of your shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, take your right hand onto the left side of your head and bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Either keeping the left arm down on your leg or extending it out long to increase that stretch on the left side of your neck. Bring your shoulders down your back. Help lengthen your neck. With all this advancement in technology, we tend to stare at a screen a lot more than we used to, and this can cause some tension in our neck. So it's really important that we take care of it and we counteract our daily activities. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, place both hands down onto your legs. Sit up tall, having your shoulders stacked above your hips, your head stacked above your shoulders. And then inhale, lift your arms up. Now exhale, side bend to the right, bringing the right arm down, left arm up and over. You can find that internal rotation in your shoulder, having the palm of your hand facing down towards the ground. So bring even more of a stretch onto the back of your shoulder, into your traps. Breathing into the left side of your body, the space in between your rib cage. Take one more breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, side bend to left. Bringing the left arm down, right arm up and over. Finding that internal rotation in your shoulder by having the palm of your hand facing down. Having that idea of length in your body. So we're not focusing on the crunching in the left side of our body, we're focusing on the length that we're creating. Inhale, come back to center. Interlace your fingers together. And then either have your palms facing out in front of you, or if you can, have them up towards the sky. Coming into palm tree. Reaching your arms up. Finding length along both sides of your torso now. One more breath here, reaching up. Creating space. And on your next exhale, bring your hands down in front of you. Keep your palms open. We're going to do a couple rounds of hand clenches. So on your exhale, make a fist. Inhale, let it go. Exhale, clench. Inhale, open. A few more times. Exhale, clench. Inhale, open. Exhale, clench. Inhale, open. One more time. Exhale, clench. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring your hands down. And on your inhale, just begin to roll your shoulders. Getting into the shoulder joints that just did some work. And then switch directions. Notice if there's any like clicking or resistance and just become aware of that. Do one more round. Moving your hands back on top of your legs. Take a breath here. And inhale, up for mountain. Exhale, eagle arm. So bring your right arm underneath your left. And you can either find that bear hug, or you can find a half bind or a full bind. Finding whatever works for your body. Making sure that you're keeping your elbows up in line with your shoulders. If you have that half or full bind, pulling your hands away from your face. And taking a couple of breaths here. Feeling that opening in the back of your shoulders while we're also strengthening them. On your next inhale, keep your arms wherever they are. Begin to lean back, finding a mini back bend, lifting your chin slightly up if you do so to open up the front of your throat. Take one more breath here. And on your next inhale, come back to mountain, unwind, arms up. And exhale, find eagle arms on the other side. So bring your left arm underneath your right, and then find that bear hug, or find a half or full bind. If you are in that half or full bind, keep your elbows up in line with your shoulders, your hands away from your face. On your next inhale, begin to lean back, finding a little back bend, lifting those elbows up, lifting your chin up to open up the front of your throat. Take one more breath here. And then inhale, unwind, mountain pose. And then exhale, fold forward, folding over your legs. You can either place your hands on the ground or you can keep them up on your legs for more support. Taking a couple of breaths here and a forward fold. Releasing any tension that may be present in your lower back. If it feels good to let your head hang heavy, you can do so. Maybe nod your head yes, shake your head no. And inhale, halfway lift. Lengthening your spine, the crown of your head forward. And exhale, fold back down. Inhale, cactus pose. Rising up, bending your elbows in that goalpost formation. Elbows in line with shoulders, wrists above elbows. Opening your chest up, slight lift in your chin. And then exhale, bring your elbows together. Inhale, open up. You can do that a few more times. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And inhale, open. One more time. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring your hands back down onto your knees and just start to do a couple of torso circles or hip circles. Moving into your hip joint, your pelvic girdle. Moving slowly at first, being gentle with your body. And then reverse direction. This is a very powerful movement in Kundalini Yoga. It's believed to help us release any dormant energy that is at the base of our spine and help it move up. One more rotation. You come back to center, sucking your shoulders over your hips, head above shoulders. Inhale, lift your arms up for mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, push back, extending your arms out in front of you as if you're pushing against the wall. Inhale, pull your elbows in, chest forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, mountain pose, lift your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. That is our sun A. We're going to do that a few more times, breath to movement. If my cues do not match your breath, follow your breath. My cues are our guidance. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, push back. Inhale, elbows back, chest forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, push back. Inhale, chest forward, elbows back. Exhale, push. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, push back. Inhale, chest forward, elbows back. Exhale, push back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a couple of breaths here with your hands to heart center. Lifting your chest up towards your thumb. On your exhale, bring your hands down to your knees. And then you are going to take your right ankle and just place it behind your left hand on top of your right knee. Just slightly twist over to the right. If you are sitting on the floor, you are going to pretty much do the same thing. You're just going to have your knees set in front of you, but then you're going to kind of take your left hand on the outside of your right knee and kind of just hug your legs as you do this. Very nice gentle twist. And using our legs as leverage to get a little bit more into our hips as we twist. And if you want to take this one step farther, you can begin to fold forward slightly towards the right, while keeping both hips grounded onto the chair or onto the ground. It's a really good way to target your QL band. At least that's where I'm feeling right now, which is in your mid-back. It's a spot that can cause us a lot of back pain, but it's kind of hard to get to because it's in that like sweet spot that like a lot of stretches that target our back don't get at. Take one more breath wherever you are. And on your inhale, come back to center and just switch that out. So now you're going to place the left ankle behind your right hand on top of left knee, and just twist open to left. Same thing if you are sitting on the floor, you're going to have that left ankle behind the right knee. And instead of grabbing like on top of the knee, you're just going to kind of hug your knees with your right hand on the outside of your knees as you twist. Make sure you're chugging your shoulders down your back as you twist to lengthen your spine. And if you want to take it one step further, you can begin to fold forward with that twist, while keeping both hips grounded. We don't want one to start to lift up. A few more breaths here. Breathing into wherever you're feeling tension. Know that it's okay if this feels different than the other side. You might be feeling it somewhere else than you did. Inhale, come back to center, unblind your legs. And bring your legs out wide. If you are sitting on the floor, you're going to do the same thing, kind of sitting in that like wide-legged stance. Having your knees bent, your heels into your best ability, your toes on the ground. Just going to sit like this. Same thing, you're still opening up your inner thighs, your groin area, your inner hips. I'm going to take a couple of breaths here in this goddess pose or horse pose. If you'd like to take it one step further, you can lift your arms up into that cactus position that we were in earlier. Keeping your chest lifted, your arms open. On your next exhale, you're going to bring your arms down. If you're sitting on the floor, you're now just going to unbend your knees and straighten your legs out into a like wide-legged forward fold. Then we're going to take our right hand, place it on top of our left knee or our left thigh, wherever we can reach. Lift our left arm up. And find a nice twist while also finding a little bit of a side bend. You're just going to lean slightly over to the right with that left arm up. You're sitting on the ground. You're going to be doing the exact same thing. Your legs are just going to be straight out in front of you. The same feeling, you're just going to have a little bit more stability having your legs straight out in front of you than having them bend. You want to bring a twist into your neck. You can gaze up at your top hand. Only twisting and bending so far as to feel it, but to not constrict your breath. In yoga, the most important part of our practice is our breath. You never want to compromise it. Take a few more breaths here. And inhale, we're just going to switch that out, coming through center, bringing the left hand on top of the right knee, lifting that right arm up and over, finding a twist while also bending over to the left. If you cannot grab your right knee, you can grab the outside of your thigh, wherever your hand reaches. Doing your best to keep your legs open and not letting your knees fall in. By doing so, we're actually strengthening the outside of our legs. You gaze up at your top hand on the other side. See if you can do the same on this side. Taking one more breath here. And inhale, come back to center, both arms up. Bring both legs back into center. And exhale, bring your hands down. Take a breath here. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Taking a second to release any tension that might be in your low back. And inhale, come back up to that easy seat. Place your palms on top of your knees, palms facing down. We're going to do a few cat-cows. So we're going to inhale, bring our chest forward, lift our chin slightly. Exhale, arch our spine, create space in between our shoulder blades. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. A few more times. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come back to center. Bring your hands behind you. You can either place them on the floor behind you if you're sitting on the floor, or you can grab the back of your chair or just let them float behind you. Pull your chest forward, lift your chin, coming into a modified cobra pose. Keep your shoulders down your back, finding a nice back bend. Take a few more breaths here, lifting your chest forward and up, opening up your heart space, even opening up the front of your throat a little bit. And then exhale, come forward to a ragdoll pose, folding over your legs, letting your arms hang. If you need that little bit more support, you can place your arms on top of your legs and just let your head hang heavy. Releasing as much holding, as much effort in your arms as you can. Sending your breath into your entire body, just letting it relax for a few breaths, letting it release any holding, any tension, any effort. Not worrying about what the pose looks like, what you're feeling, just letting everything be. On your next inhale, come back up to center. Straighten your right leg out in front of you, keeping your left knee bent. If you're sitting on the floor, you're just gonna bring that right leg out in front of you, and you can bring the sole of your left foot onto the inside of your right leg. If you're sitting in a chair, just keep that left knee bent, right leg straight out in front of you, heel on the ground. And then begin to slightly lean forward, coming into a half forward fold or half head to knee pose. Using your arms for support. Only going so far as to where you feel tension but no pain. If we feel pain in our stretches, that means we've gone too far and our muscles are going to retract and do the opposite of what we are trying to do. Take a few more breaths here. And your next inhale, come back to center, bringing both legs in and switch it out, sending that left leg long, keeping that right knee bent or if you're on your floor, placing the sole of your right foot onto the inside of your left leg. And slowly on your exhale, begin to lean forward, coming into a half forward fold or head to knee pose. Finding some length on the back of your hamstring, maybe even to the back of your calf. The more you flex your foot, the more you're going to get into the back of your calf. Using your arms as support, to keep you lifted, to keep you supported. Take a few more breaths here. Breathing into wherever you're feeling tension on the side. And on your next inhale, come back to center. And take your right ankle, place it on top of your left thigh. If you are sitting on the floor, you're going to lie down for this. Finding the same shape in your legs, you're just going to be lying down while you do it. Creating that figure four shape. And then you can either stay here, or you can begin to, if you're on the ground, hugging your legs in towards yourself, or if you're sitting, you're just going to lean forward, using your arms as support. Getting into your outer hip, your piriformis muscle. Releasing any tension that may be there. Using your breath, our hips can hold a lot. Hold emotions, they can hold stress. And hold things that we bury and that we don't realize are still there until we release them. more breaths here. Breathing into your hips. If you need a little bit more, you can always push that right knee away from you using your elbow. That'll make the stretch a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, we're going to come back up. We're going to keep our legs where they are. If you are lying down, you're just going to let your legs fall over to the left. Just doing that. You're just going to keep your arms, either maybe teeing them out or goal posting them. You can maybe look over your right shoulder. If you're sitting, you're just going to twist open to the right. Placing that left hand on your right knee. Just finding a nice gentle twist. If your neck allows, you can gaze over your right shoulder. On your next inhale, come back to center. Switch out the legs. So now you're going to place the left ankle on top of the right thigh. If you're lying down on the ground, you're going to do the same thing you did before, just now the left ankle's on top of the right thigh. And then either you're going to hug those legs closer towards you if you're on the ground, or you're just going to lean forward if you're in a chair. Using your arms for support. Only leaning so far forward as to where you feel that little bit of tension. You don't want to be feeling pain. Our outer hip is a very sensitive muscle. It gets tense very easily. And so we don't want to cause that muscle to contract anymore. If you need a little bit more, you can push that left knee away from you. Using your breath as a tool to release any tension that may be present, maybe any emotions that are coming up from that release in the muscles. One more breath here. And on your inhale, come up, and then on your exhale, find that twist. So if you're on the ground, just let your legs fall over to the right. And now you tee out your arms, goal post them. And if you can, gaze over your left shoulder. If you're seating, you're just going to place that right hand on top of your left knee and just turn over to the left. If your neck allows, gaze over your left shoulder. Finding a nice gentle twist. This twist gets a little bit more into your lumbar spines. We're just giving our lower back a little bit of love at the end of our practice. Taking a few more breaths here. And on your next inhale, come back to center. If you're lying down, lie down completely wherever you are, whether you're on the mat, on a blanket, on the ground. Having your arms rest by your side, your legs are straight out. And if you're seated, you're just going to come back into a nice easy seat. Placing your palms on top of your legs, either palms facing up if you'd like to receive energy, palms facing down if you'd like some grounding. Letting your eyes close. Letting your mind and body settle for a few moments in Shavasana. Taking a few moments to let the benefit of your practice soak in. To let any energy that you may have created or released, letting it settle or letting it go. Shavasana is your place for as long as you need it. Thank you for showing up on your mat today and for taking the time for yourself. We have to first take care of ourselves before we can show up for others. The love and light within me sees and respects the love and light within all of you. Ahe and namaste.